Welcome to Anthony's Outdoors, and in this episode we're on our 2020 Pike-A-Thon on the Willow Flowage, and we're catching a bunch of pike like this. Well, we've made it to our island for our 2020 Pike-A-Thon up here on the Willow Flowage, and got our tent all set up, and we're feeding the dog, getting them all watered up. We're going to feed ourselves since we've been up since about midnight, and then we're going to head out on the water and hopefully catch a bunch of pike. So come along. All right, the current weather report is about 30 degrees, mostly cloudy, and a stiff north breeze, which is okay because we're going to be fishing the north side bays, so we'll be pretty well out of the wind. If we were fishing any of the southern blown bays, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So that's the weather report for now. Let's go get some fish. All right, Courtney just landed another really nice northern Wisconsin largemouth. They grow them big on this lake.
Should I measure it?
Yeah, let's see what. Ooh, he's flopping, he's flopping.
Okay. 17 and a half.
Nice, inch bigger than mine. That's what she said.
Can I release him?
All right, oh yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you got a big one. You got a big one. You got a good one here. Big pike. Nice. There we go. That's the size we're looking for. Courtney just nailed this 27-inch pike. This is the size we're looking for right here. These guys are a lot of fun, especially on bass tackle. All right.
Stuck in my hand. I'm stuck. Okay. There you go.
And away he goes. All right. Nice job. All right. Another really nice pike. I mean, for this part of the world at least. So this is why we come up here, just to break the winter rust off and use our bass gear and target these feisty little pike here. Let's see how long it is. This one.
Hold him tight. Don't let him flop.
Like that?
We're pretty good at that.
I am pretty good at that. That's 2 years now. Oh well. Anyway, tons of fun. All right, so when you're targeting these backwater areas, you also can run into some really nice pre-spawn largemouth. All right, let's try not to drop this one in the lake while we measure him. Oh, he's got some teeth digging into my hand. 16.5 inches. Look at the colors on that guy. Beautiful. Well-fed, northern Wisconsin largemouth bass. Midday update, day 1 of our 2020 Pike-A-Thon. We've got 22 fish in the boat so far. Most of them are between they're between 17 and 24 inches, and we were hitting them hot and heavy really fast right off the bat, and then everything died. So we decided to take a little break here on an island, let Hunter have a bathroom break, and we're just trying to warm up. Both of us are freezing cold. It can't be more than 40 degrees out, and the wind is just howling. We're kind of tucked in out of the way here, and that's the plan for now. So one of the patterns that we have discovered that seems to be working pretty well for us this early in the season targeting these pike is north bays and south facing shorelines. Shorelines that get the majority of the daytime heating with the sun hitting on them. Those seem to work the best. We've caught some fish on islands with weeds coming off of them or dead weeds that are coming off of them, but the best luck we've had so far over the last 3 years of doing this trip is those north bays and south facing shorelines getting warmed up by the sun. Day 1 is in the books for our 2020 Pike-A-Thon. We caught 33 northern pike today, ranging between 17 inches and 27 inches on the large side. And we also caught 2 very nice largemouth bass, most likely pre-spawning females, using MEPS number 5s and bass style spinner baits. And that's going to be our plan going forward. Tomorrow we're going to go hit some of the very same areas, north bays, south facing shorelines with any weed growth that we can find, and hope to catch a whole lot more fish tomorrow. Morning of day 2 of our Pike-A-Thon, and we just got out of the tent. We're getting everything set up to go out on the boat. Had our coffee, our morning constitutionals, and fed the dog some venison. And it's going to be a good day. Sun is out. There isn't a cloud in the sky. We've only heard 1 boat go by so far, and it's a Saturday, so it's either a good sign or a really bad sign. Maybe there's something coming we don't know what it is, because I don't have enough service up here to update my weather app. So the forecast had called for mid-50s and low 30s at night. No chance of precipitation, so I'm hoping that stays the way it is. We'll see. We got 1 more day up here after today, and then it's back home. So let's get out there and start slaying some more pike. There's one. That's a better one. Ooh, big bass.
Ooh, a button.
Doubled up?
Yeah.
Nice one. Get them both. There we go.
That's a nice bass.
1, 2.
I'm gonna try to keep mine. Let's do this quick.
Opening a day 2 and a great start. We got a really nice largemouth bass and a pike.
Having another great day, day 2. Lots of fun catching. What is this? Probably 20 inches?
25? I'd say close.
It's got,
Look at the
it's
gut.
been eating. Tons of fun. I'm gonna measure this one. Let's see. Oh wow, 24 and a half actually.
Yeah, that's close. Nice.
Tons of fun.
A lot of people often ask me what we use when we go out on our trips. And on this trip, which we're targeting mostly pike here, we really love MEPS number 5s. Typically, the copper blade seems to do really well on this body of water. Bright skirts always are a good choice on dark stained water. So we like, we'll also throw a nickel blade and a white skirt on this lake as well. And that seems to be, this was the key yesterday. And today, we have been doing really well on bass style spinner baits in black and blue and black and green. Just for some reason today, these have been the ticket. These have also caught some really nice largemouth bass. When it comes to the gear that we're throwing these lures with, I like to use a St. Croix Mojo Bass. This is a 7-foot heavy power fast action rod, 30-pound Suffix braid, and that's a 832 braid, and a Lew's speed spool bait casting reel. And Courtney, she likes a little bit softer tip in her rod, and she uses a Daiwa 7-foot medium heavy with a Lew's speed spool LFS, also spooled with 30-pound Suffix 832 braided line. Now, a lot of people might think 30-pound braid is overkill for fishing for pike, most of them being hammer handles, but we have caught 30+ inch pike on this lake, and in the accidental event that we hook into a muskie, both these rod and reel combinations with that line is capable of safely landing them so that we can get them unhooked and released. Again, that's not why we're here, but that's the reality of the situation. 30-pound braid is the minimum that I use when using a bait casting reel like this. All day, number 15. These are just a ton of fun. Day 3 on our island and of our 2020 Pike-A-Thon. So yesterday after lunch, the fishing completely shut down. We had a huge cold front come through, or I'm not exactly sure it was because I couldn't get the weather update, but clouds moved in. We had this misty, sleety, rainy crap, and the fishing just, I think we caught maybe 4 fish after lunch. So we ended up with a total of 29 pike and 3 largemouth bass, with the biggest bass being 19 inches. Really, really good for this early in the season and this far north. So the plan today, we are packing up camp right now, gonna drink some coffee, and then we're gonna head back out for a few hours, and we're gonna go back to our sweet spot that's been for the last 2 days and hope that this weather system that came through didn't disrupt the area too bad and put the fish deep down hugging the bottom. And hopefully we can put some more fish in the boat for day 3 before we head home. Okay, as you can see, we made a switch due to the weather conditions to ripstops and a spoon, and we started putting more fish in the boat. This is actually a really, really nice fish. So, got a wicked cold front. We come back in these little bays like this with some jerk style lures, and still putting them in the boat. Post cold front, and the Rapala ripstop seems to be putting a hurting on them right now. Go, finally. Yeah. No idea. Feels like a good one. Oh yeah, it's a real good one. Yeah. That's the kind of pike we're after. Big, thick northern pike. Caught on a Rapala ripstop. And he bit the hell out of me too, which was great.
How big is it?
It was a 29 incher. Alright. Should eat you for biting me, but we'll let you go. Well, that concludes our 2020 Pike-A-Thon. The weather was less than ideal, but we had a blast anyways. In the end, we didn't catch any true giants, but we did manage 85 pike and 6 quality largemouth bass, with multiple doubles. Obviously, we couldn't share all of the footage with you, but this is a taste of what you can expect if you decide to target these shallow water areas early in the season. If you liked what you saw in this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Also, be sure to check out the new Anthony's Outdoors Facebook group and Instagram. And as always, thanks for watching.